everyone. We are in conversation with Vijay Kumar. Vijay is the CISO for Edge. We've already had a conversation with him earlier on our ISO certifications. This time, it is on a new certification that Edge has received, and it is the SOC 2 certification. So, Vijay, welcome. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm good. How about you?
Great, great, Vijay. So, could you tell us a little about this SOC2 certification, what it is?
So this certification is about the Service Organization Control. SOC stand for Service Organization Control. We
Okay,
have got certified recently on, or we have got attestation on SOC 2 Type 2 recently, which means that this is a audit of the existing ISMS, which means Information Security Management System, whether or not my ISMS is working properly or not. So SOC2 Type 2 is an audit of just too many controls. If I have to put a number, I'll say 335 plus controls that my security, data privacy, compliance, availability, integrity, confidentiality is working the way it should.
okay. Wow, so many controls. These are these parameters it has to meet.
Yes.
Okay, wow. And we got the ISO certification, and again this certification. So, why the need for this certification? Because we've recently got ISO certified, right? So, what is the difference between both, and why did you feel that we needed this certification too?
In a simple language, ISO has just 114 controls. SOC
Okay,
2 has a minimum 335 plus controls. This is more about managing customer data. So any customer obviously would prefer a vendor whose system processes are working in fifth gear or top gear, so to say, which means an SOC2 is an audit and assessment of the existing ISO ISMS which is in place. So this gives a proof that whatever we did earlier as part of ISO is now working very well.
great. So, I asked this question to you earlier also in our ISO certification, and again, I'll ask you this: that what does this mean for Edge, right? This certification, and how will it be beneficial for our clients?
So given the number of controls are just too many, and SOC 2 Type 2 is a rigorous exercise. It goes for the entire year, which means all the controls are being checked every month. A customer would obviously like a vendor that has been tested, audited by an external credible third party CPA that checks for all these 5 trust pillars, which I said earlier: a security, availability, integrity, data privacy, and confidentiality. In today's time, when cyber attacks have spiraled multifold, this becomes a SOC 2 Type 2 certification becomes very prominent for all SaaS providers, because this test that we are really geared up for the upcoming challenge. Customers would
Okay.
love working with any such vendor who has been audited, assessed by an independent CPA for SOC 2 Type 2. And mind you, this goes on for months together. This is not this is a year-long exercise. So this only proves that the systems are working in fifth gear.
Okay. Okay. Vijay, I don't know if this question will be relevant to this discussion or not, but I just want to know, in changing times where the workforce is more or less working from home, right? How do you see data management, security being taken care of? Because
So
we are all working from home. We are all using sensitive data from our offices to work. right?
Exactly. In today's time, in the new normal, as you know, cyber attacks have increased manyfold, which
Hmm.
means we have to make sure that our system, processes, technology, and all the controls are working the way they should. In earlier days, it was not so. We were within a guarded perimeter, but now everything is exposed, which means there is a dire need for this kind of controls in place, for this kind of assessment, rather a periodic assessment every year, which runs every month, just to make sure all these 335 controls every month are working the way they should. Only then a customer who may not know us, who is overseas in any region, would be comfortable working with a smaller company. And this is the norm today. Any big companies, whenever they want to go to work with a smaller entity, they prefer that they give a third party attestation proof that all their controls are working the way they should. Therefore, SOC 2 has primarily been in US. The genesis was in US, but it is now adopted everywhere in the world just because it has too many controls. It is very rigorous. It really tests the strength of information security management system and its privacy information management system, that customers are happy to work with any new vendor that can provide this kind of attestation on a periodic basis.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you so much for your time, Vijay. It was a really insightful discussion. These are the things we didn't know about. Many of us may not know about, but you being the guru of this space, your insights have been really, really helpful. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Vijay.
Thanks, Ananya. Thank you so much. Nice talking to you.